Now for us locally, I just want to expand this out just for a second here. What we're most concerned about is this little chunk of moisture, which may provide some sprinkles in the higher elevations. That's about all that's going to happen for us. But look at this. Remember, we have our own drought conditions, which are not great, but other states like Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado are in much worse shape. So this gives you a sign of things to come because for them, it's been a very dry winter as well. They're in a worse spot with the drought. And then when you throw in the windy weather today, it's all connected to the winds. Look at their red flag conditions. This is for fire conditions for a huge chunk of the West. So it's not in California right now, but remember, we all have to think about how it all works in the West. So this is what we have, a little chunk of moisture moving through just through the morning hours. Higher elevations, some flurries, maybe some sprinkles, but once it moves on, that's it. Then we are left with a dry day. So it's mostly just clouds and then drier weather today, but this is just one moment in time. The one thing that I would plan for this morning is a little bit of a breeze. It's not much, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but when it's in the 40s, before the sun comes up, you feel it and you notice it more. But this is only going to last through the morning hours. Once we fast forward into the afternoon, we are looking at nice conditions, less wind, and going from the 40s to the 70s. This is going to be a little bit cooler than yesterday, but overall, this is going to be something that is just one day of cooling compared to yesterday. And then going forward, we start to bump up. Notice what's not happening, not only this week, but going into next week. It is going to be dry, dry, dry. We were hoping that we could be looking at maybe some rain or snow at the end of this upcoming week, but we don't even see that happening. So while the weather will be nice and comfortable, going from the low 70s to the mid 70s, we really don't see any rain or snow in the forecast. In fact, look at the end, or I should say the middle of next week. We could be making a run at the 90s, Brittany.
My goodness, the 90s.